afternoon. It's Saturday, no it's not, it's Sunday the 27th, and it's quite late for me down here. It's just after 3 o'clock. I'm going to try and get a load of stuff done, but I'm conscious that I've got off to quite a late start, so I've written myself a shopping list. The slabs at the end of the allotment, I've just put it on the Facebook group for the allotment to say anybody who wants them can come and fetch them, and that I'll give them a hand, because I just want to get rid of them. What I decided to do up there is create a lavender bed between those apple trees at the end. I'm going to take one of those snow towers out. I think we saw it last week. It looks pretty sick, so sick in a bad way, not in a good way. So I'm going to fetch one of those out, and then around that area I'm going to start planting in lavenders. I've bought some from local garden centre. I don't know if you remember, I broke that haft for that Wolfgarten soil tiller, and I took it back today expecting them to tell me stop being so heavy-handed and I'll have to buy another one, and they just swapped it out without any question whatsoever. So brilliant. Yeah, Pennells, get in. And then I went in Sad Corner at Pennells, which is where they put all the reduced plants, because I am that tight-fisted, and bought some more lavender that was reduced further than half price. So I've been out shopping again. So get rid of slabs, sort the lavender bed out. Pennells is amazing. The place needs weeding. I want to tie up those mangetout and those peas. I've had some self-seeded borage at the far end, but I don't just want to chop it off and drop it. I'm going to relocate it down to this end where this borage is, which looks amazing and has got bees all over it, which is what I wanted it for. And I'm going to take out I've been allowing the spinach and the parsnip to flower, and the flowering is dropping off now, so that can come out. But I also had a comment from someone who watches these videos just to be careful when I drop the spinach, because the sap can cause a problem with your skin, so it can burn. So I'm going to take that out, but I'm going to be careful about it. I've also got I've been making compost tea. So I bought a pond aerator and I've been bubbling oil through a 25 litre trug of water, introducing compost to it, like worm casts and soil, and then letting that bubble up I've been doing it roughly for about 24 hours, and then putting into it molasses, which I had to work out what that was, and it's treacle for normal folk, so it's black treacle, and some fish hydrolysate, I think it's called fish hydrolysate, which essentially means that all of the microbes in that water get fed and multiply, so bacteria and fungi, and that's with a view to then drenching the soil here again. I've got a squirty thing, pumpy nozzle thing, and I've got 25 litres of that compost tea in the car, so I'm just going to decant that into this vessel, pump it, and then just go over all the plants. It's a foliate drench, and then it drops into the soil, and it increases the microbial content of the soil. Yeah, right, I'm going to get on with that. So I will give us a quick look up and down, and then get on. Right, we'll start from this end, the shed end, and compost heap. So I put those tubes in it because I wanted to allow air to go down into the middle of the heap. So I'm going to pull them out now, and hopefully the holes that have been made will stay. So we've got air right down into the middle of the heap. So I'll fetch that other one out in a minute. That's become free. This is my borage in full flower with bees on it, which is great. Bee. I'm going to add to that and then join up the borage and the comfrey in this bed here. So I'm just going to make sure that I've just got that in for the insects. That's the parsnip that's coming out, and the like I said, the flowering's done on it, pretty much done on it. And what else? Got red cabbage is looking fine. Raw beans looking great. I'll have some more beetroot off today. Some strange grubs on here. This is my asparagus. I don't know what they are. Little weird sluggy caterpillar things. I only noticed those today. I'm going to get some more potatoes out because they're lovely, those swift extra early potatoes. The pumpkins are all, touch wood, still in fine fettle. Every one that I've put in is still going strong. Sunflowers are coming up. That's the sad tragic snow tower that's coming out, that one. These two are looking okay. I'm going to tie those plants up there to the canes. They're the slabs I want to get rid of, and it's this area here that I want to start getting the lavender bushes into. So yeah, that's what we look like today, and I'm going to have, don't know, 4 or 5 hours down here and just get some stuff done. Right.
I'm making my way north on an unpretentious day. Yesterday the sky was naked. Today she's wrapped herself in grey. And I have cloaked myself in my hat and coat and dreams. So for now I am safe from the cold, whatever today brings. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh, oh. Well, the train it shakes and shudders as we make our way, which nearly masks these nervous hands, which still have much to say. The volume of memories past is nearly seamed and signed, and bound in shades of autumn leaves, which are fading from my mind. Oh, 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 oh. So spring is here to meet me. I think I'll go and cut my hair and throw away these faded rags.
Good evening. It's 8 PM. It's 8:05. Sunday the 27th. Oh, I've got loads done today. It's been beautiful again. I've gone for a borage background. I think these colours of this borage is absolutely incredible. I'll show you a bit closer in a second. So, what did I intend to do today? I've planted out all that lavender, done quite a lot of weeding, I've drenched all the soil, all the plants. I've used my compost tea on it through my spray gun thingamajig. I've tied up the mangetout and the peas, which you may have seen, and I've relocated some borage, as well as taking out the parsnip and spinach, that flowering parsnip and spinach that I'd left, and then I've, as you've seen, I've put it through the battery mower and then chucked it on the compost heap. So I quite like chopping it up really fine if I can, and I think it composts down a hell of a lot quicker. What else have we done? I fetched out that snow tower, that sickly looking bugger. Weeded around the leeks, weeded around the sunflowers, fetched some potatoes out. I've got broad beans coming on. I thought there was something weird looking about the flowers until I looked a bit closer, and then I realised they were actually beans growing. And I think I'm meant to be pinching the tops out the broad beans. So if you know out about that, please post it in the comments below. I think that's to dissuade black fly, but I'd welcome your thoughts on that. And for bonus points, I've also planted at this end, up near the shed. I've gone over it with the miller, and I've planted some more mustard. So I've put in some white mustard and some more mustard Caliente, the same as the stuff I put up there on the pumpkin bed. Some Phacelia, which is meant to be really quite fast growing. Looks quite beautiful as well. Looks a bit like that borage, doesn't it? And some Crimson Clover. So the Crimson Clover is a nitrogen fixer. Well, a Crimson Clover attracts the bacteria that fixes the nitrogen as part of its roots. But I'll show you where I've done that. And I've pulled my chimneys out of my compost heap so I can get air right to the centre of it, and that's held as well. So right, I'm going to just spin this camera around and then we'll have a quick walk up, and then it's time for me to get off home. Let's have a quick walk up the allotment. So next to the shed, I've got me nasturtiums coming up. They're meant to climb, so I'll see what they do. They do a lovely flower when it comes through. I think it's edible. I think you can eat it. This bit here, I've been over with the soil miller, and that's got the cover crops in, the mustard, the Phacelia, and the Crimson Clover. So we'll see what comes up, we'll see what that looks like. That's me cuttings for today. You can see that those pipes are stuffed down there. They've kept, that hole's kept structure, so that I think will allow air down into the middle of the pile, because you don't want anaerobic composting, otherwise it just stinks and gets all a bit soggy. This is that borage, which has just got an amazing colour. As you know, fetched out the parsnips, relocated some more borage from the other end into there, so I'm just going to keep this area for borage and comfrey, let the insects go mental. What did I notice earlier? Oh yeah, so my weird looking flowers aren't. They're beans, coming on my broad beans. So comments below, please let me know what I'm meant to be doing with these tops, whether I'm meant to be pinching them out or not. I have seen some black fly on them, so advice would be gratefully received. That was it. I've seen some broccoli coming, Brussels sprouts, and we've got some broccoli coming there. Hello. Not a massive amount, but I do like broccoli. I'm going to try and harvest the seeds from these leeks that I had in last year and see whether it's possible to how you dry them and how you keep them to actually sow. Onions are getting, I thought they looked a bit dwarfy, and then I came down this week and they've all gone a bit massive, so I'm not unhappy about that. That's where I fetched the potatoes off. And this, so I'm about halfway through this first row of swift potatoes. That's what I've got off about 3 plants. They're a really nice potato. You just wash them, don't peel them, just wash them and boil them, and they are smashing. So when we finish those swift potatoes, we're going to move on to these next ones, which I'm fairly sure are Winstons, and then move on to the next ones. Pumpkins looking brilliant, leeks are looking good, sunflowers are all coming on. Phone's ringing in the car, so that's probably Julia trying to work out where I am. You've seen me string those up. I had 3 zombie pumpkins. I think they were a bit shocked by coming straight out of your greenhouse and straight into this ground. So this one appears to be surviving. The other 2, I'm afraid, true to their name, are becoming zombies. I just need to put in my notebook which lavender I've got in here. So this one, I really like this one at the back. That looks like a bee. And then I've put 6 smaller ones in here as well, so I just need to note down what they are. These big ones are actually from the sad section. There's a sad section at the back of the garden centre with all the stuff that looks a bit tired that they're knocking down in price, and it's always worth a visit. So just spotted bees on me. Of course I do. Bees on me snow tower. Right, I think that's all I've got to tell you. What a smashing evening. Alright, speak to you soon.